came, sir. I must confess I feared you would not, but I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Quite the predicament.
Tranquil places such as this.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
I remember the last time my pocket...
Dead on my feet.
Who's there?
Maybe I've just remembered. I've somewhere to be.
Life's been pretty kind.
I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
No one's coming to my aid. Places such as this ought to be protected with no hope.
Time to be heading.
Wish I could go on an adventure.
Always gotta be in the thick of things, mate.
Time to be heading home.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Shall we bring Miss Daphne to see Master Sebastian? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Like it or not, I must go. I'll make a living if I get myself injured. What should I get up to today? I fancy a kip. The room's at your left.
Follow me, if you would.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seems just the thing. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped 'tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative?
I hear the safest way to get to Melve is to carry something.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
What should I do?
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good...
Need anything? Many thanks.
Gather round. Treat your ears if we're tailed by
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Hero was all alone, but every last soldier had been transformed into stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which it was entwined.
You wish me at the vanguard? By your will.
Seems my feet always lead me here. Not much going on.
I'll teach him a lesson, you know, some feet.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Bakbatar. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Shall we seek some answers?
Quiet at last. Sapped quiet.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side. Would that such peace
Quite the predicament.
reigned eternal. Would that such peace
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it's possible.
Will someone do aught about this?
Do Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
Not much going on.
This is generally used as a material. I wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne fare of late. Shall we pay them a visit? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
You have our gratitude.
Oh, sir, the young master has not returned. I beg you, find him and bring him safely home. If aught were to befall him, Oh, I shudder to think.
You'll help him, won't you, Arisen?
Will someone do aught about this?
If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melve and search for him. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Faring well, I hope.
Might we consider boarding an ox cart? I don't know about you, but my legs are stiff as boards.
A long road lies ahead. 'Twould behoove us to employ an ox cart, if you'll pardon the expression.
I quite agree.
This ox cart's bound for
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What would I do?
There's a ladder here.
Ah.
Everyone has their own reasons for doing battle, and knowing that doesn't make it any easier to join the fray.
Right you are.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way? Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
That is most fortuitous.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible. See you be your friend. Try on as soon as you can.
Here! Strike with lightning on your side!
Most effective. Another statue. Aught within me yearns to climb it.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
I will protect you.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
It would be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
Indeed, you are correct.
I could do this all day! You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path.
If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melve and search for him. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Goblins, Master! Most impressive, Master!
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
A resounding success!
Very well. I shall return.
Goodness, we're higher up than I'd thought.
Just keep moving, won't you?
Careful now.
While traveling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out? This way, if you please.
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
Have you need of me?
Looking for work?
Mind waiting till I finish up for the day?
I'm always willing to lend a helping.
Can't say I've any tidings to...
You'll have to excuse me.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Know you of the brine? Shallow waters are safe, but venture becoming a feast for the brine.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? What should I get up?
I've not left all undone. I'm in no rush.
My bed, please. Where are you going?
Everyone's as tired as I am.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Let me be the one to collect it. And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. This is a very steep slope, Master. One can slide down it, but not climb back up. Ought I to proceed?
Right. Just follow me. Over here!
day grows darker with our every step.
We shall have to be all the more...
It was an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
Thank you. Never did I dream those plants were poisonous. I suppose I was rather careless. You have my gratitude, but do excuse me. I'd best make for home.
Master Sebastian ought to be safe now, but shall we look in on him at the manor all the same? I know the way. Follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
It's this way.
My knees have been acting up of late.
Why is it thus?
One of life's great pleasures.
Can't place what tis.
I'm a man.
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough of... That me? Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Where to now? What should I get up to today?
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Master Sebastian ought to be safe now, but shall we look in on him at the manor all the same? I can guide you there if you wish.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Quite the predicament.
Here already, are we?
Home at last.
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
The air certainly took a fell turn back there. Perchance we stepped on aught we shouldn't have.
'Tis done, for good or ill. As to which, that is surely a matter of perspective.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then we best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering, and make them an ally to our cause.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Off to market I go.
Tranquil places such as this.
Something good will come up today. I just know it.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Perfect spot for a kid.
Listen, silly. Must be one way to cope well.
Suppose I could finish it tomorrow. Yeah? What is it?
Causes conflict to plague the world.
Every day of peace is a boon.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest. To climb?
We ought to put it to good use. Shall we get some rest then?
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Tis a thankless job, this.
Even I know when to shut my trap.
In a real battle? I'll prove my worth. Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
There's got to be something fun to do. This is for you. What do you think? What do you think? Does this suit me?
I'd gladly stay here forever if I could.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Yeah? What is it?
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you, perchance, pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see. After the rather strongly worded letter I received, I feared as much. 'Twas under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, the House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from any further contact with that household. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done, if the gracious hand is to continue to function.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit to turn me out. Tell no other soul of this. But the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. Afeard of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress. But alas, 'twould seem it was not to be.
I wish I could go with you.
How'd I wind up here, anyhow?
I get the sense I wouldn't be here.
I find such solace in
This is all
prayer.
I ask of life.
Anything could be lurking here.
Could barely drag my ass out of bed.
There's no easy thing. Making a living I've not done once.
This quiet makes me become more
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you?
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look? I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Perhaps you would indulge me in conversation? With that order of interest would happen.
My arm's strong and my mind sharp. That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
This place cheers me on.
Sluggards.
Yeah? What is it?
I like to come here when I'm
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Those new recruits could barely lift their
Feels
swords.
eerie with no one about.
Anywhere's better than the middle of the crowd. I'd sooner stay out of the back.
someone do aught about this?
Work as late as I used to.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
I have a feeling there's good cause.
There's a ladder here.
Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
well met, son. How am I Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Do come again.
Where are you off to?
Well met, son. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master.
We must rest, though the...
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept